G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza and this is the showcase video and the announcement for the winners to the May 2016 Challenge of the Month themed Dragons vs Kittens. I've got to say, this has been one of the most fun and interesting and exciting challenges of the month to go through the entries to and see everyone's amazing contributions. As usual, I really am so sorry I can't showcase everyone in this video, and there are so many that really are just amazing or hilarious. So please go check out the entries to the challenge of the month. I have a slideshow which is linked to on the screen and in the description, which shows everyone's entries. So seriously, go check it out, because if you enjoy the ones shown in this video, there are a good amount that I wanted to include, but for the sake of time, couldn't. Without further ado, I'm going to start you off with the showcase, some of my top picks and most interesting and enjoyed pieces in this month's challenge of the month. Starting with a piece by 30 Fact-Second, an almost vector style looking really clean depiction of a kitten fighting a toy that in its head imagines it as an epic battle scene with very cool fire effects. Slothy22's depiction of the brave kitten knight is really effective, especially in how it makes you feel cold and frosty and present in that scene. Really nice looming dragon and a very dramatic sense of impending battle. Tree Halo's piece called Father and Son Skyporkers is really funny. It actually made me laugh out loud the first time I saw this because it really caught me off guard, but I really love the way that Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader are depicted as kittens and how Darth Sidious is depicted as a dragon. It actually works really well and is a very dramatic depiction and very effectively painted. Eons created a piece called Trapped, which has some fantastic ambition. Really nice use of texture, great fire and smoke effects, and great use of foreground and midground to create a sense of scale. Shaquille Sadler's piece, You Cat to Be Kidding Me, is really sad because this little kitty cat's getting burned alive by a giant, terrifying dragon. An astounding use of detail throughout the piece, and I really like the empathy that this piece forces you to have because of how innocent and sad that kitten looks. A similarly composed piece by Anhale called Dragons v Kittens, The Rainbow Warriors, is another one of those pieces that is just so creative and funny that it makes me laugh out loud and really enjoy the piece. I love the way the kitten knights are portrayed and their tabards with Hello Kitty and rainbows on them, as well as the rainbow arrows and the cat in the background spewing a rainbow waterfall. It's so random and yet hilarious and beautiful. Fantastic work. This is Chiwal's depiction of ambition, where we can see a kitten approaching a dragon to fight him. I really like the dragon's design here, and the way that is painted is very effective as well. LeFlip's piece called Here's the Dragon Who Burnt Me Dudes is another really effective, humorous piece where all of these kittens have banded together to create and form the super mega kitten to kill the dragon who attacked them. Caltronic's piece Playmates uses texture really well, and I really like the concept of the dragon having seemingly accidentally set fire to the kitten's ball of yarn, which has really upset poor little kitty. R.I. Gooma's piece of cat dog fighters in the air fighting a dragon is really clever. I also really like how the aeroplanes have personalities or identities as well. We have Garfield in the air, and I believe the Cheshire Cat, and a really impressive composition as well. Artist Kittens, funnily enough, created this depiction of a kitten leaping into the air about to pounce on a baby dragon. Another one of these pieces with really exciting perspective and composition. I love the way the sky and the ground is bending around this scene. Bristy1 created a piece called Scaly Furry, where we can see our little scaly friend and our little furry friend, both of which are textured and painted amazingly well, and the colours and contrast is really cute and well pulled off as well. Artist Mickey Mooq created a piece called Kitty Dragon Defense, where we can see at the front lines of battle on the edge of a castle, kittens rallying together in defense against a giant dragon. Not entirely sure why I'm talking like this. Okay, I'll stop. The sense of atmosphere and scale in this piece is really well pulled off. I really like the textures and the painting style of the kitten in the foreground as well, and how they have a really nice warmth and glow to them as well that helps contrast them with the environment and the background and dragon. Artist Dominic Fumarola's piece of a cat dodging out of a dragon's fire blast is really impressive. The kitten's design as a scarred humanoid-ish kitten warrior is really effective as well, and the lighting and sense of scale in the piece is fantastic. Another similarly composed piece by Koshakra Art is called No Country for Old Cats. This piece has less focus on the cat and more on the dragon, and the cat, who has a terrified expression, has a much more realistic proportion and body style, and the dragon has some fantastic detail in the face that really makes it pop out as well, particularly in the eyes. And finally, we have Spicy Sketches' piece called Dragon and Kitten. This piece, as a traditional pencils and paper piece, this piece uses textures and colors really effectively to bring out a final piece that has a real sense of solidity and some great silhouette as well. The colors and the way they're mixed is really impressive also. We now arrive to the prize sections of the challenge of the month, starting off with the beginner category. The beginner category is a section of the challenge that people are encouraged to enter if they're new to creating art or haven't had very much experience. Within this category, there are two prizes, a runner-up and a first prize. And the runner-up for this month is a piece by the Design Lily, who created a piece called BRB Slaying Dragons. A traditional piece full of color, really nicely textured, and a lot of attention to detail, some great perspective, and a scene that's really captivating and pulls you in. And the winner of the beginner category is JAZZA'S, whose entry is absolutely ambitious and has so many great layers to it, especially in the way it's composed with a dramatic background, an exciting midground, and a very intense and nicely shaded foreground. It's well shaded, it's well drawn and detailed, and a fantastic entry, well deserving of the winner of the beginner category. Our runner-up prize winner will receive any item of their choosing from the JAZZAstudios.com shop, and the winner of the beginner category will receive 3 months free membership on the Adobe Creative Cloud, as well as a signed How to Draw book by best-selling author Christopher Hart and a Stillman & Byrne Epsilon 5.5 by 8.5 hardbound sketchbook, with a sketch on the front page drawn on and signed by me, and of course, an item of their choosing from the JAZZAstudios.com shop. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to the pool of finalists, from which I chose a winner and a runner-up. All of the finalists will receive a free copy of my custom Photoshop brushes, and of course, there are some great prizes for our first prize winner and our runner-up. But I want to begin by saying how difficult and painful it is to pick 2 out of these amazing finalists to be the first prize and runner-up winners. The challenge of the month is a really painful love project for me personally, because as the judge and with thousands of people watching and deciding they agree or disagree with my decision, so I hope you understand that I really do my best and I do take a lot into consideration when I go through these entries. That includes things like composition, the detail, and yet the way everything ties in together. Also the theme, how well something suits the theme and how much attention is paid to conveying that really well and effectively. I am talking way too much. Long story short, it's really difficult to pick a winner. And they're all winners in my heart, but I had to pick a few. So I'm going to go through the finalists and then I'll reveal the runner-up and the first prize winner. Claymore Concepts' depiction of the dragon rising from the smoke, emerging, about to attack this cute, innocent little kitten is absolutely sublime. The detail, the sense of atmosphere and the drama, the use of colors and texture, absolutely fantastic, and a long-time participant in the channel and the challenge of the month. So thank you, Claymore, and wonderful work. Piotr Tomilowicz, I'm sorry for butchering your name, created a piece called Rescue, where we can see a handful of small kittens merging at the edge of a cliff, where a hideous and vicious dragon is coming over the edge to destroy them. We have a fantastic use of texture and atmosphere here as well, a really nice painterly look, and I like the way that the light is emanating from the center of the piece. A very ferocious dragon design, really nice subtle use of environment and background behind the dragon with the ships, the smoke and the moon, really well put together and a fantastic entry. Sleepy Bilo created a piece called Unfair Fight, and this has an amazing texture quality to it. When you zoom in and get into the very, very high definition details, it sort of reminds me of some really high quality graffiti art in the way that it feels really airbrushed and yet at the same time has some really nice crisp edges to it. Marley Sprins created a piece called OMG, It Took Our Mouse, and this has got to be one of the prettiest pieces in in the challenge of the month. The style is so clean and crisp, it almost feels like a tangible 3D-esque style. It's very clean and solid. I love the colors, and it feels like a storybook scene really well conveyed, and I love the story that the image tells as well. So fantastic work. This piece by Z&H is called The Decisive Battle, and there is so much to love about this piece, aside from the first thing that captures your attention being the insanely difficult to pull off angle that the artist has captured so well. So the pose and proportion and positions of the dragon, and yet at the same time the expression and the way we're captivated by the kitten in the foreground is really impressive. I love the mix of colors and how we have some nice bright mix of colors with the kittens and the whimsical aspect of the piece, and yet keep that really dramatic edgy tone with the more desaturated and almost sepia but more purple tones used through the dragon in the sky. KITTENS' entry to Dragons v Kittens has an amazing storybook-esque type feel. Really love the textures throughout the trees, the subtle lighting of the light shining through the canopy and hitting the characters in the scene is really effective. The overall feel of sort of watercolor textures and a painterly type feel, yet having such a crisp execution, it's utterly impressive. I almost feel like this shot would be brilliant as a cutscene in a game of some sort. It's just really crisp and creates a very nice story. So finally we have arrived to the runner-up and the first prize winner, and the runner-up winner is Doodlebar with a piece called Rathalos V Feline. My god, this piece has it all. A sense of action and drama and extreme angle with so much detail and attention paid to the painting itself. I love how the sharp and clean, crisp blue eyes cut through the warmth of the piece, and some amazing textures and effects. And the most impressive thing about this, aside from all of that, is how clean and crisp the painting is. The detail is absolutely phenomenal. The tongue, the skin textures, the teeth, the nose, the fur, and the action pose and motion that we're getting through all of this is absolutely incredible. As the runner-up winner to the challenge of the month, you will be receiving a free copy of the new art compilation book 21 Draw, as well as a brand new Stillman & Byrne 9x12 Epsilon series sketchbook with the first page drawn on and signed by me. You'll also receive an item of your choosing from the JAZZA'Studios.com shop. And last but certainly not least is the winner of the challenge of the month, artist Jettix, with a piece called Just Another Routine Mission, where we see a heroic squad of kittens fighting and flying through the air against this dragon in an action-packed scene filled with effects and motion, drama, texture, detail, amazing color and lighting. It's just incredible. Most impressive to me is the way that this scene carries such a sense of chaos and power, yet at the same time it's so incredibly clear and we know exactly what's happening. That this is an intense and incredible battle between a squad of powerful kittens and a mighty dragon. I could go on about this picture all day. The sense of motion, the balance between having motion blurs and solid clean textures and detail, creating that amazing sense of balance. The way atmosphere is introduced in the piece, and we can see less further away, but that makes a really nice sense of presence in the piece. The variance of lighting effects, the light from the end of the arrow on the bow of the main cat in the piece, as well as in the background we have this sorcerer, all the way up to this kitten in the very back of the piece clinging onto a dragon's tail. It's such an incredibly detailed and amazing piece, and well deserving, in my opinion, of the first prize. And Jettix, our first prize winner, will be receiving 1 year's free membership on the Adobe Creative Cloud, which gives you access to all of Adobe's amazing high production quality and industry standard products, as well as really accessible and useful mobile apps and simpler products too. They'll also be receiving a medium Wacom Intuos Pro tablet. Wacom have an innovative range of tablet input devices and are the industry leader in creating their amazing products that help enable and empower artists all around the world. I highly recommend them. And of course, the first prize winner will receive an item of their choosing from the JAZZA'Studios.com shop. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. They are our prize winners and our prizes. I really hope you enjoyed this challenge of the month. A note to all of the prize recipients, go check your inbox on NEWGROUNDS.com. That's how I will contact you and send you your prizes. And of course, a quick note that all of the runner-up and first prize winners in both categories will receive a year's free supporter status on newgrounds.com, which enables you to change your username, access all different sorts of updates, browse the entire site ad-free, and loads more stuff. A huge thank you, as always, to our amazing sponsors who make the Challenge of the Month so special by contributing their amazing products and prizes, which I honestly and fervently believe in and use. So I highly recommend them, and if you're interested in any of their stuff, click the appropriate links on the screen or in the description. That is it for this month's Challenge of the Month. Thank you so much for joining and watching. To all of you who participated, stay tuned, of course, for around this time next week when I announce the next theme of the June Challenge of the Month. And until next time, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for new content every week. If you want to support my work and get some goodies for yourself, head over to my store for archives, ebooks, digital brushes, video courses, and more. If you enjoyed this video, here's a link to another video you might like from this channel. And if you want even more, make sure to check out all my behind-the-scenes action on my vlog channel, Daily Jazza. Draw with Jazza is proudly sponsored by Adobe. Join the Creative Cloud today and get loads of incredible creative tools like Photoshop, Animate, Premiere Pro, and other apps for your computer or mobile device. That's it for now. Thanks for joining the arty party, and until next time, I'll see you later.